From fullbacks, a member of England's Euro 96 squad, Stuart Pearce was part of the talkSPORT commentary team at Wembley yesterday. Delighted to say Stewie joins us this morning after a late night. Stuart, a very good morning. Congratulations.
Well done, Stuart.
Good morning, Stuart.
Good morning, gentlemen. Good morning. Well done, you Celtic fellas. Thank you for your congratulations.
Well done, mate. I thought we're just talking about it this morning, Piercy. I thought the big question yesterday, well, the only question that Gareth's team we felt yesterday morning talking about it was how will they handle if they go a goal down? Well, we got that answer last night, didn't we?
I tell you what, Ali, I think it was a real result. When we went a goal down, I said to the team last night, I said, this could do us a real big favour going forward, how we handle that, the mentality of the team. And if it happens in the final, we've been through that process. So I'm half glad we've conceded a goal and gone to the wire and ended up winning the game.
Stu, I think the reaction from Harry Kane, I don't know if you see it on the TV, when they want to go down, use your head. We know exactly what we've got to do. We've got the players to do it. We know we've got the bench to do it. So I think the reaction, he didn't panic, did they? I thought, definitely the goal before half-time is such an easier team talk going in at half-time for Gareth, but they didn't panic, did they?
Ray, I think it probably looked like a team that had been coached and they talked through one or two scenarios of this nature. You know what I mean? As I say, that's why Harry captains the team amongst other captains probably on the pitch as well. But you're right, they sort of had that mentality to say, OK, look, steady the ship. There's no panic here. We've got enough quality to win the game.
Stuart, the Italian game, we'll come on to that in more detail, but it's going to be a little bit different. I think they'll try and get in behind England, won't they, more than what the Danes did. But the back four looked solid enough to me. Two centre-halves were great, winning balls in the air. The two full-backs were super, whether it be defensively or in offence. So I don't see any change there for Gareth, do you?
No, not at all. As I say, I think most of the games, 9 out of the 11 or 10 out of the 11 are always picked, and it's just the odd, maybe, Saka's position potentially, or Sancho if he played or whatever. It's just one or two positions up for grabs, a wide player and maybe a number 10 potentially. But, everyone else has done so well. Gareth's hardest job, is we've got 5 substitutes you're allowed to use. His hardest job is, who do I take off? Everyone plays that well. I'm looking last night and, we make the odd substitution. Everyone's saying freshen it out. But I said, OK, then pick one to take off. You can't take Sterling off. You can't take Kane off. The two holders are doing the job for the team. The back four, you don't touch. You know what I mean? So all of a sudden, you've got no one to take off.
Well, he loves Jack, doesn't he? Put him on and took him off.
Well, he had to use his subs up. So if he could, he'd have brought him on and took him off again.
Stu, just explain the atmosphere, because I was in a bar in London and it was absolutely buzzing. Obviously, Harry getting the penalty and scoring from the rebound. But what was it like at the stadium? Because it looked absolutely superb, and that is a massive lift for the players. Look, we talk about last season in the Premier League, no fans back in, but suddenly 60,000 people back in Wembley. It must have been an unbelievable atmosphere.
Well, listen, it was a culmination of 2 years without getting in the stadium and England getting to a major final.
Yeah,
right?
absolutely, yeah.
Put that in a heady mix, but it was sensational, I've got to say. I mean, I was fortunate enough, if people say to me, best environment you played football in, it was 96, the stadium was bouncing then. I've seen it replicated, with not as many people, but my goodness me, the atmosphere was just sensational in there, it really was.
Stu, what about, listen, we haven't seen the Danish press this morning, the Daily Carlsberg, we haven't seen that, but I'm sure they're going ballistic about the penalty, dear oh dear.
We had Jose on afterwards and he didn't think it was a penalty. I tell you what, you can put up a case for it being or not being. It was one of those real borderline ones. He's made the judgment call, but the big thing for me is once we went into sort of extra time, we never took a step back. It was like a boxer. We were relentless, and Sterling led that. I'll tell you what, this kid in this tournament, if we end up getting our hands on the trophy or even just getting to the final like we have, this kid's driven the team and carried the team amongst some fantastic performances. But I tell you what, he has been absolutely outstanding for us.
Yeah. I was saying, Pearce, we were talking about it this morning, and bizarrely, I felt England deserved better this morning than for us to be talking about a penalty. I didn't think it was a penalty at all, mate. But England were thoroughly deserving winners. So much so, in fact, that they deserved to win it, and we shouldn't even mention the penalty. Do you know what I mean? It's one of these situations. I think it was a little bit of a shame for them that was the way the winning goal went in. Because I was just so impressed with them, Pearce. As you say, the way they came back from losing the Damsgaard free kick. You know, you saw Kane's reaction, mate. And Gareth will have them all settled down again, and it'll just be rest for the game on Sunday.
Well, the Italians have had a day extra, but Stuart, just finally, do you think how does Gareth look at this Italian game of final? Has he got to be cagey again? Has he got to be patient, or does he try and press them and use that special atmosphere of Wembley?
Well, I think they quite enjoy pressing teams as well. It'll be a really intriguing game. I think the Italians, probably the first time they haven't had the ascendancy was against the Spaniards in this tournament so far. That was an incredible game in itself.
It was.
I think we like to play with high energy, the Italians do. Gareth will have a good look at them and decide which way he's going. But I tell you what, it's going to be some final, you know. This was the final.
Oh, yes.
This is the final, I thought. Come on, then. Let's have a look at how good we are, you know what I mean, and certainly how good the Italians are. It'll be a fantastic game.
Stuart, well done. Look forward to Sunday, pal. Thank you very
much,
Stuart Pearce. Guys, before a break, Ray, quick one with you.
If you're going to go shopping now, go Sunday, 8 o'clock.
I have to tell you, Ray, we touched on the Spanish game. I was amazed. I thought the Italians would control midfield, but Busquets was magnificent.
Absolutely, yeah.
And eventually, when Spain got on top, they played with a lot of width. The Italians didn't like it, and I'm sure Gareth will have a look at that.
Yeah, I know Morata got the goal in the end, but they've lacked a goal scorer, haven't they? I mean, throughout the tournament, I think midfield they did control. You're exactly right, Al. Possession-wise, I thought there was a better side, Spain. Yeah. And I was a little bit worried. I think in Spain are looking so good that you probably want Italy in the final. So in the end, Italy got the job done. They obviously went through on penalties, but Gareth, he's not got put a foot wrong so far, has he, in the tournament with his substitutions and team tactics. You know, we all looked at him when he went with 3 at the back against Germany, and we thought, well, what's he doing? You know, I don't think that's the right call, but he got it spot on there. Yeah. Suddenly, he changes it back to a 4, and substitutions-wise, he's got it right. So Gareth has done everything what we need him to do as a manager, getting to this stage now. Now we're in a final. You know, a lot more nerves than the semi-final, and let's see how the players react. But they look like they're fearless at the moment, the players. I mean, they're a very young squad. We know we've got a very young squad. So the final will be unbelievable. A great occasion for everybody who's an English fan.
Ali, just a quick one. Chiesa and Immobile will try and get in them gap between the full-backs and centre-backs. This is a different game now. They'll try and get beyond England's 2 centre-backs.
Oh, listen, that's the big difference. It'll be the first major test, I think, for Stones and Big Maguire defensively in terms of... I was at the game and Ray's got it spot on. I thought Spain controlled the midfield and probably were the better team, but on the break and in behind, Immobile and Chiesa's pace was absolutely vital for Italy, and that'll be the case again at the weekend because these guys are quick. They'll get in behind you, they'll get you facing your own goal, and it'll be a completely different challenge for England defensively.